Welcome to Code Climbers. Today we will discuss a very important topic that's very often asked in different interviews. That is how to create an immutable class. So as you can see, I have created a custom class called immutable class, which is currently uh, not immutable in the definition sense. So if you see what's an immutable object, an object is immutable when its state doesn't change after it has been initialized. That means that once you initialize the class using the constructor, there should be no value or no property in the class that can be altered. For example, strings are immutable by default. Now, there are certain steps that we can take to make any class immutable. That is, first declare class as final. So let's do that here for this class. So let me first copy the class and declare it as final. And then make all properties as private final. So we should make all the properties as private final. And do not declare setters, only getters. So let's declare getters for both the properties here. Okay. Now we have created getters for both the properties. And if there are immutable objects as properties, return them directly. So here ID and name both are int and string which are immutable, so they can be returned directly. And if there are nested object as properties, perform a decode. Right now, there are no nested objects here, so we don't have to do anything. So now this is a immutable class. Now, if you see the sixth point, it is mentioned that if there are nested objects, they need to be we need to perform deep copy. So let's take an example for that. So let's say there is a hash map in the class. There is a hash map named test map. Now let's also add it to the constructor. Okay. Now we need to make this class as immutable again. Now, if you see this class currently is not immutable because uh, we can access the uh, so let me generate a getter class. Let me create a getter. Here, if you see, if you try to access the class in a main method, now let's initialize immutable class. Let's give some sample values. Now you can see that we can access the hash map directly and try to put value. So this is not a property of immutable class. Any immutable class, we should not be able to alter the values inside it. So now to make the hash map immutable, what we need to do is first thing we need to perform a deep copy inside the constructor so that the test map won't be accessed again when you call the getter. So to perform the deep copy, we can do like this. Let's create a temporary hash map, and let's copy each value from the test map into the temporary map. So let's put it inside the temporary map. Okay, now we should set test map is equal to temp. Okay, I just want to show you some. Okay, this is the ID recommendation, so we can use like this. Okay, you can use put all as well instead of iterating through the entire map. Okay, so now we have created a temporary map and then assigned it to the test map. So, and then while returning the test map, we should perform a deep copy and uh, send the deep copy directly. So we shall do the same here as well, and we'll return temp. So yeah, I think we are done. Yeah, one more thing, we should follow all of these steps one by one. So I think we have missed declaring it as private final. So let's finish that. So now I think it's all done. Yeah, there are some more code syntax optimization that you can do. So yeah, this is an immutable class with the hash map as a property. Now let's say there is a class address and there is a property of that class address created in this immutable class. So let's take, for example, address is there in this. Now let's add it to the constructor. So we are returning address. So here also, since address is not immutable, you'll be able to access uh, the variables in it. So for this to make immutable, first we need to make the address class as immutable. So that we can follow the same procedure. First make the class final so that it won't be extendable, and then make all the properties private final, and then generate only getters without setters. Okay. So since strings are immutable by default, we don't have to add any deep copy logic here. So now here, if we can add the private final, and yeah, we can return the address here directly because it is an immutable class. So yeah, this is about how to create an immutable class out of a general class. So yeah, please comment what I should discuss next. You can recommend me topics. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you, everyone. Please do subscribe so that you get my next videos as recommendations. Thank you.